and welcome to a brand new video. I am trying sushi for the very first time. I'm literally so nervous and so scared right now. Like this is literally my worst nightmare. But I went for a hoisin duck sushi because I thought if there's anything I'm going to like, it's going to be hoisin duck because I like that anyway. But the presentation puts me off. I'm going to have to go straight into it because I want to cry. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Like, what is this black thing? It scares me. It just looks, no, it looks horrible. I'm so scared. That's what it looks like. I'm literally so nervous right now. Oh my god, I feel unwell. I don't. So I will say that I would never order it again. However, it wasn't that bad. It actually tasted quite nice. It's the texture that puts me off. It's quite soft and wet. I don't like that. But the flavour itself is really, really good. It tastes super nice, really hoisin ducky, fresh, lovely. This one, however, I'm terrified at. I'm so scared. Let me show you. I'm so scared. Let me show you. It looks horrible. What is that? It looks wet. It's floppy. There's a massive ring of fat on, which I'm going to have to take off because I'll be sick. I cannot eat fat on bacon, let alone a massive, huge, red, wet fat on this. I cannot eat that. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh. So again, I think it was the presentation of that put me off. It just looked so wet and so gross. So it came with this, and I guess this is a dipping sauce. Can any sushi veterans out there tell me, is this a dipping sauce and what is it? So I've got some of my finger that meaning too, so I'm going to try it now to have the whole sushi experience, but I am scared. What is that? What is that? Ugh. Why is it so bitter and salty? Oh no! What is that? What is that? And do people actually? Firstly, can anyone please comment down below? Do you enjoy that dipping sauce? Who enjoys that? Do people use that? They must do to keep putting in the box. Anyways, moving on to this swiftly because I need to get the taste of that out of my mouth. So I've got this box now. What's in the bottom? It's a yakisoba. I definitely am not pronouncing that right. With char siu and veg tofu gyoza. I feel like I've just butchered that name, but that's what it is. That I can read. I've got terrible reading abilities. So start off with some pork. Let me grab a bit that looks nice. So I'm going to start off with some pork. It looks pretty tasty. To be fair, this pork looks super nice. It's got, doesn't smell good though, so that's worrying. Oh. Mm. So that took an unexpected turn. I thought like the sushi, what I thought sushi was, which was what I just tried, I thought that was going to be the worst thing I tried. I thought it was going to be absolutely terrible. I didn't think I was going to like it. And it actually turned out it wasn't bad. I wouldn't buy it again, but I'll eat it. It's not that bad. It's okay. This pork looked lovely. I saw it in the shop and thought, oh, finally. I'm going to have something that I like. I just tried it there. I honestly thought, well, you've probably already seen, I honestly thought I was going to throw up. That was terrible. That made me instantly hit my gag reflex out. That was awful. There's so much fat in the pork. Oh, nah, it's not for me, that like. So we'll just push these little pork bits to the side. So there are some noodles in here, which seem stuck together. So I'll try some noodles. They look just like egg noodles. I'm not sure if that's what they are. So one thing I'll say about them noodles is originally when you're chewing them, they don't really give you much, and you're like, well, okay, I'm just chewing a noodle with no flavour. However, the aftertaste of said noodle is actually quite lovely, and it's got some sort of sauce on, which I'm not sure what it is. That's really good, that. Their noodles are something else, lovely. So anyways, moving on to, I don't know what this is this like a dumpling? Or maybe that's the guy's, what's it called again? The gyoza? Gyoza? It looks like, I don't even know what it looks like, I'm just gonna buy it. That was sensational. What? That was so good. I'm so confused because I don't like vegetables, and I think it's just vegetables in here. I'm literally gobsmacked. I kind of, like, very few times do I not have words to say. So when I first bit into it, I thought the texture's a bit strange, but then I kept chewing. The flavour afterwards, it's like a smoky flavour. It's actually unbelievable. Oh, let me have another bite. So one thing I will say about both meals is the texture of sushi I just cannot get away with. I didn't like it at all. Like, don't get us wrong, the flavour and taste of this, sensational. By far the best thing I've ate in this meal. This, I think it's called gyoza. I don't know if I pronounced that right, probably not. That by far is the best thing I've had in these meals. But again, the texture really puts me off at the end. It comes wet, like a very wet texture I find in sushi. Like, even the meat is wet, which is confusing because I've never had wet meat before. Yeah, it's all just a bit wet. I don't like that. But I would not optionally eat sushi again. I didn't like it that much. I would say the first meal I had was probably a 6 out of 10. It wasn't too bad. The flavour was nice. It was just very wet. I would say this, it's just individual components in it, but as a meal, maybe like a 5. These probably be like an 8 out of 10 because the flavour is sensational, but the texture is wet and disgusting. Them noodles, actually, I'd probably give them a good solid 9 out of 10, actually, because they're really, really good noodles. Slightly dry now and again, but nice. And that meat is getting a 0 out of 10. That is the worst meat I've ever eaten in my entire life, and I've tried fish, and that is just disgusting. So anyways, that is the end of the video. I have now tried sushi. I will say I'm not trying it again. And I will say one thing about sushi is it's pretty expensive for sushi. So for these 2 meals, it's £15. What? Like, for this one was £8, I believe. So for this bowl thing was like £8. And people might think, oh, that's pretty good. You get quite a decent size. I mean, I kind of do, but I mean, again, I think the problem is because I eat fast food, like takeaway, quite a lot. I'm used to like that sort of portion, that sort of cheapness, whereas obviously this is like fresh food, so obviously it costs more money. I appreciate that. I think it's just because I like to eat junk food. I don't like healthy food. That is the problem. That is my problem right there. But anyways, I've tried it. I've gave it a go. Please, please hit that like and subscribe button for me. My goodness, was this a hard one for me? I feel like I'm going to feel poorly for a while after this, just from the texture alone, excluding the meat aspect of that. So yeah, please hit like, subscribe. It really means a lot to us. Comment down below if there's any more foods that you want me to try. I've shown you that I'm willing to try anything, because this was literally, I can't even express how terrified and scared of this I really was. I was absolutely petrified. So I will literally try anything. I think I've shown you that now. So comment down below and I'll literally try anything you want me to do. I'm going to start doing some more like 8-in-1 type of takeaway food for 24 hours as well. I think I'm going to do Subway first, because most people on my Instagram stories, if you not follow me, I'll put it here, go and follow us, because I post things in my story and people have votes and stuff, and obviously that's what I use. So people, like most people were saying that Subway was their favourite takeaway, which confused me anyways, because I didn't realise that was people's favourite takeaway. Apparently it is. So I'm going to be eating Subway for 24 hours. That's going to be a video coming next week. And then my recommended portion size videos did quite well. I've seen a kind of few people doing like double the sizes of recommended portions, so I'm probably going to do that as well. Comment down below if these are videos that you'd like to see and ones you want me to do. Anyways, I'm now definitely rambling, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Pray for me. I feel poorly now from this wet food, and I'll see you guys in the next video.